So
And that's it.
I respect financial privacy the same as medical privacy. There's certain stuff that you shouldn't have to share, and privacy is, part of the crypto evolution in many ways. So, but what I am trying to touch on is, I guess, in the first instance, did you get a snapshot of your Bitcoin and participate just as everyone?
I must be ultra specific and careful with my language, because if I speak incorrectly, some people could be very pissed off, or some governments could be very pissed off. And I like governments happy. So if I start to say things that could give you expectations, that's a no-no. We're in the no expectations game. If I, just like when I speak about price, in my brain, I have opinions about price, but I can't share them with you. So what you get to know is that I have no idea what's going to happen, because I really don't. I mean, in a liquid market, anyone can make anything happen. You could dump the price to zero and just empty the order book for probably pretty cheap. You could pump the price 100x for probably pretty cheap. I mean, like, like you get, so like this question of what did I claim, I can't tell you. Like,
where's the 4 million ETH go?
Christ.
Where's the 4 million?
Here's the reason I don't want you to know, and I don't want anyone to know. Okay. If you promise people returns, then you could be having a security, and a security is a regulated activity. And so you have to be very, 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 very super careful not to sell people a bunch of bullshit, because you may end up in jail for violating securities law.
Oh, you're going to end up in jail.
So guys like you,
no problem. You're definitely going to end up in jail for this.
Okay.
And it'll be hilarious, and I'll be laughing, and also I will then probably cry, because I'll be like, oh, I really like Richard.
Peter, I'm explaining things to you. I'm educating you, but you're not letting the information in. I'm telling you the truth about the world, but you're not listening. You're breaking the word. If you knew where the ETH went, you might expect profit from it. If you thought it went to someone who liked Ethereum, you might think the Ethereum price was going to go up because it might be getting locked or burnt or staked or something. Well, guess what? If you don't know where it's going, then whoever has those keys can't make you any promises. Then they can't violate the Howey law for you having expectations you shouldn't have. Because you shouldn't expect any good thing to happen from that money.
How does everyone win? Let's just, for basic questions, how does everyone win?
Well, first, why don't we just attack the easy things, right? So the website says that Hex is designed to go up over 10,000x in 2.5 years. That sounds impossible, right? That sounds like bullshit, right? I mean, that sounds like a scam, right?
What happens in 3 years?
I have no idea. I do have an idea in Hex terms. I have no idea what will ever happen in USD, but I know it's possible, and it's very responsible and very reasonable to look at what is possible, right? So I want to make sure that we agree on the facts. A 10,000x return in USD in less than 2.5 years sounds outrageous and impossible and like total bullshit, right?
It is bullshit.
Okay. How much X is Bitcoin up right now?
Don't
Used
care.
to be a penny.
Don't know. Don't care.
Okay. Well, it's up 750,000x. So 750,000x is what Bitcoin is up from a penny to $7,500. And it used to be up over 2 millionx when it was 20,000. And it was actually designed, Bitcoin was designed to do larger numbers than that, because it's designed to replace fiat currency. And if it does replace fiat currency, it's going to be far higher than a 2 millionx return. So I quote a very, very small number compared to Bitcoin, but you just didn't know the Bitcoin number. So it seemed big to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Ethereum did more. Ethereum did more. It does matter. This is the difference between a reasonable claim and an unreasonable claim.
Yeah. How does everyone win? How does everyone win? How does everyone who puts money in? How does everyone? The only way you can make that money.
I don't think everyone in cryptocurrency does win, ever.
Richard,
that's not how cryptocurrencies work.
Listen, I watched your thing with Stefan the other day, and you interrupted him all the time. So let's not do that, because that's bollocks. Okay.
Right, but I just answered your question. You didn't hear the answer.
Yeah, no, because I didn't
you were talking.
Okay.
I can answer it again.
I'm not the smartest guy, but I can see bullshit when I see it. Right.
Right.
Okay. If the only way to
everyone is not going to win. Everyone is not going to win. A lot of people are going to lose.
Okay, so you're openly admitting now this is designed for a lot of people to lose.
That's how every speculative instrument works in the history of mankind. Human beings think things are worth a lot, and then they think they're worth a little, and then they think they're worth a lot, and it's not avoidable. Price discovery is a gross thing. Price discovery is hard. Determining how long something is in the real world is actually really hard. You think it's easy because you look at a ruler and you don't realize that every ruler is slightly a different size than every other ruler. When you start to look at the world with resolution, detecting anything is hard. Right.
Okay, so what percentage of people are going to lose that have invested in this? Do you estimate?
If a new cryptocurrency has the same chart as other cryptocurrencies has had, then Bitcoin always drops 85% at some point. It has done so more than 3 times in the 10 years that it has existed. And all the altcoins, for the most part, have dropped 95%. And so if Hex is similar to either of those, then I would assume at some point people will overvalue it, and then there will be a correction. And I've programmed it to avoid that, and I can tell you how I tried to program it to avoid that.
No,
but you can just okay.
So it's a pump and dump. So your value proposition is this is a pump and dump.
Is Amazon a pump and dump? It dropped 95%. It's now 50% of global. It's 50% of commerce on the internet in the United States.
Okay,
it dropped 95%. No, it's not.
Okay, no, it is because
is Bitcoin a pump and dump? It's dropped 85% 3 times.
No, because they all have a value proposition. You don't have a value proposition.
Yes, I do. What I built is better than Bitcoin. Seriously.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So let's.
You said you didn't want to get technical, but then you bring it technical. I say it's better, and I want to describe it, but you say it's not, and you don't want to hear it. Like.
Okay, so you know why I used to like you? Because actually, you are really technical and you're a really good debater. And I used to love watching. Like, I love the way you tore Roger Ver apart.
It's just because I'm right. It's not because I'm better. It's like, I'm pretty good at debating, but I'm also right. It's just easier to look right when you are right.
No, it's easy. No, you're pretty good at scamming. Now, listen,
how much money have I made on my scam, dude?
Well, I don't know. So let me ask you that. Well, I'll come back to that.
So how long have I been in crypto, and how much money have I made on scamming?
So you have a questionable past, but like most people who are scammers, they will never
name one human being that I've ever scammed in my entire life, ever, in my whole life.
How will I go and look up all the
Because when people get scammed, they yell very loudly and they get very angry and they go, I got scammed by that guy. And it happens super easy. Like OneCoin, remember OneCoin? There's whole like video documentaries on the human beings that have been harmed by OneCoin.
Yeah.
Let me know a single person I've ever scammed in my entire life, or anyone that didn't even get a good deal.
Okay. So anyway,
you make outrageous claims as a journalist, and then you have no backup for them, and you think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to call me a scammer when I'm not. It makes you the scammer.
No,
truthfully.
You're a scammer.
Okay, so who did I make money on, and how much did I make?
Well, so the $4 million in ETH that's gone in. Yes. Where does that go? Where does that go?
Well, right now it just went to one address and sat there, and it's never moved.
Yeah. Okay.
So whoever has the keys to that, if anyone has the keys to it, could spend it however they like.
So who has the keys to that address?
Why would I tell you that?
Well, it's you. Of course, it's you.
If you want to think that, go ahead. I don't mind. Think what you like.
It is 100% you, because otherwise, what is the point? What, you created this and you gave the keys to someone else, or you're doing some Satoshi Nakamoto thing?
So you're okay with Bitcoin, right? Who is he? So you're okay with Bitcoin. Satoshi can do whatever he wants, right? But if someone starts their own cryptocurrency trying to do things Bitcoin can't, they're evil because they're not anonymous and they don't I don't get it. Yeah.
I think we've got to the point where we agree with anyone with any ethical backbone disagrees with any form of pre-mine, and this is a pre-mine.
Are you crazy? Every single cryptocurrency advantages the people that first get in. Satoshi stealth mined Bitcoin before you ever heard about it, and that's why he owned 20 and 30 and 100% of it at any moment. And it's also highly inflationary. You think Bitcoin's deflationary. I don't know why. Bitcoin's inflationary, which is the only way you can go from 0 coins to 18 million coins in 10 years, is through high inflation. It's got over 3.8% inflation, and it's cut its inflation in half twice, from 50 to 25 to 12.5, and soon to 6.25 block reward per block. But you have a conception that has been sold to you by people that is false, but you have never questioned it. You think Bitcoin's deflationary, it's inflationary. You think Bitcoin is not a scam for some reason, but everything else is. Dogecoin dropped 95%, Bitcoin dropped 85%. Can you explain to me how the blue chip only outperforms the comedy coin by 10%? but no one mentions this shit to you. And then you just think that you found the best thing in the world. We're down at 7,000 now after a 20,000 top. And you promote that. You promote that, Peter. You promote Bitcoin, which a lot of people bought 20K, and now they're sitting at 7K 2 years later. You promote that. They bought the 14K top 2 months ago, and they're down 50% from that shit, and you promote that, and no one calls you a scammer? Why aren't people calling you a scammer for promoting a pump and dump?
They do.
I called to short at 19K on Bitcoin. By the fucking way, Google Richard Hart 19K Bitcoin.
Dude, the only video I remember about you trading was the one where you were crying because you were like, "Fucking lost all my money. It goes up."
I literally post my price calls on a price chart. They're so good.
This is bullshit. It's done it again.
Right. I cried at 8,500 after calling a 9,300 long and said the bull market was in, and then we went down to 3K. And then I told everyone to close their shorts at 4K. And then I told everyone to long at 10K. It went up to 12 with a $50 drop, which was the easiest long in the world. But then, didn't call close until 10.4.
The problem is, it's almost like it's almost
but you
like
say things that are wrong, and you're okay with it. Like you're saying I'm a bad trader. Like it doesn't make sense. I publish my calls. I don't delete them.
I didn't say you're a bad trader. I said the last time I remember you talking about trading was that time where you came on and you were crying your eyes.
I'm the one that publicized the BitConnect Ponzi, or rather the Plus token Ponzi, that no one else publicized, no one else popularized. And the 14K top was the day that their founders got arrested. And as you watch their Ponzi scheme, they own over 1% of all Bitcoin. Did you know that? Did you know that a Chinese Ponzi scheme owns 1% of all Bitcoin, and that they bought the 3K bottom? And when they got arrested, it was the 14K top? If you don't know that, you should be watching my stream more, because I'm one of the only people talking about it.
No, I don't watch your stream anymore because you're a scammer. You're f***ing people over.
I'm telling you why the bottom happened, why the top happened, what the actual price performance of all these crypto things are. And these are all true things. They're not even arguable. Nothing I've said is arguable. You call me a scammer, I say, where are my victims? You say, I don't need victims. I can just keep calling you a scammer for fun. That's not reasonable.
No, it is reasonable. You're a scammer. You are a scammer. You have the keys.
If I did, how exactly would that be bad? Do tell me.
Oh no, it just confirms your scam that this is a.
So if people exchange their
pump and dump bullshit that I thought were. The only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons to put 4 million into this, and God knows how much more. Like you found that many morons who believe.
So I removed all trading links from my YouTube and from my Twitter. You won't find any referral links to trading, although I've got them and I could just paste them back on there. I removed them, which is an odd behavior for a scammer, isn't it? Interesting.
I really fucking know, mate, to be honest.
I could teach you, but you don't want to learn. You don't want to know the truth. You have a preconceived notion that I suck, and you don't want to be freed of it. You're holding on to it very tightly, and you want to keep it. I could release you from it. I could share with you the things that I know that you don't, that would make you feel differently, but you just don't want to change. You don't want to learn. You want to stay where you're at. And I don't, as a journalist, I don't get it, because shouldn't you be intrigued and excited, or at least excited to see me fuck up somewhere and like, oh, I got him or something?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I am excited to see you get arrested.
Okay, well then why don't we enhance the likelihood of me getting arrested by asking good questions that cover new ground, and then that gives the investigators more to work with, right?
No, because there's better people out there to debunk your claims than I am. So I'm just going to sit here, and then hopefully if anyone sees this, they'll just hear me say scammer, scammer, scammer over and over again, and then they'll go and actually research and find the information from the people who are more technical than me or understand economics better than me and who can debunk it better than me. I'm just going to call you a scammer over and over again until they find it.
Isn't it easier to debunk scams than... So we know OneCoin was a scam. We know Plus Token was a scam. We know BitConnect was a scam.
We know Hex is a scam.
We do not.
Yeah, we do.
So let's talk about the difference between Hex, right? Is Hex a multi-level marketing program?
Hex is a scam.
Right. Is Hex a Ponzi?
Yes, probably.
Okay, excellent. So Ponzi's fail when they can't meet their promises, right? That's how they fail. They run out of money. They steal money from the new guys. They give it to the old guys. And then they run out of new guys, and then they fail, and they exit scam, and they keep the money. That's how Ponzi's work. Explain to me how Hex does that.
I've not looked into the detail because I've not wasted any time on it, but it's a scam. It's probably
so you not only don't know anything about it, but you also don't want to know anything about it. You just want to say scam.
I just know it's a scam. You're trying to when you said you're created better than Bitcoin on Ethereum, I instantly knew it was a scam. So that's instantly a scam.
Right, but because I know more about the tech than you do, and I've been at it longer, and I'm telling you the truth. Yes, and I crush everyone that steps to me. I stomp on them. I flattened them. They're scared to even talk to me. There's a trail of bodies behind me.
Probably, though, you're going to get away with it. You've got your 4 million ETH so far, whatever other bullshit you'll get through it. Although, perhaps maybe some of that's just you just pumping it just to make it look popular.
Why don't you do chain analysis and look that the Ethereum's never moved?
Because every minute is a waste of my time with you. I think it's a real shame. I think you're a good dude.
So can we talk? So let's try this. Why don't you talk about anything you want to talk about, and I'll just give you a platform.
No, I'm going to go to bed, but what I'm going to do is just hope everyone goes and speaks to somebody, researches somebody who understands this.
Yes, please.
Goes to hexisascam.com or anywhere else that explains it as a scam.
You've misspelled it. It's hexscam.com without the is.
Okay. I am going to block you now.
It's also a referral website that you don't realize, and you're promoting the project without understanding it because you're bad.
Okay.
That's an affiliate website you're linking to.
I don't know.
You're just bad at journalism.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not bad at journalism.
You just shilled a referral link to my project out of your mouth is what you just did. Because you're not smart enough to realize that hexscam.com is a referrer to Hex. But you're too stupid to understand that because you don't do good research. You do terrible research.
I was laying on the couch.
You've done no research for this.
Of course I've done no research. Why am I going to waste any time on your scam? I was laying on this couch. You messaged me. I said, yeah, I'll go on. I'll call you a scammer. And I'm going to go. I'm not going to sit there and do any research, spend any time on this because it's definitely a scam. You're a scammer. You're ripping people off. Honestly, mate, I think it's utterly pathetic that what you're doing to people. But go ahead. I am going to block you now.
Okay.
Hopefully, you'll disappear into the ether of my life. I hope you get arrested. I hope you end up in jail. I hope you get fucked by some people. Honestly, genuinely, I hope horrible things happen to you.
Oh my god.
Just go f yourself.
All right. Well, guys, I did my best. I tried. I really A+ tried. I did not expect that. Peter's a journalist. He does interviews full time. I didn't know that was the kind of thing that you could get out of journalism. Is like, hey, I hate you, and I don't know what you're doing, but I know I hate it. And I hope that you go to jail, and I hope that no one participates. But I don't understand.